fair bit happening today, including a much anticipated bill on religious freedoms.
Yes, and some interesting comments there from Scott Morrison on Gladys Berejiklian, and we'll get to that in a moment. But Scott Morrison, with an impassioned speech this morning in introducing this religious discrimination bill. For those who question whether Mr Morrison is a politician of conviction, there is one thing that is widely acknowledged he has deep conviction on: his faith.
The Commonwealth has a Sex Discrimination Act, a Racial Discrimination Act, a Disability Discrimination Act and an Age Discrimination Act. However, there is no standalone legislation to protect people of religion, of faith, against discrimination, or indeed for those who choose not to have a faith or religion. The protection of what we choose to believe in a free society is essential to our freedom. In a liberal democracy, it is like oxygen.
But the PM making no secret of the fact there are some considerations in terms of the wishes of the multicultural communities in this one.
This bill also builds on Australia's proud record as the most successful, multicultural, multi-faith nation on the planet. To so many Australians, religion is inseparable to their culture. They are one and the same. To deny protection from discrimination for their religious beliefs is to tear at the very fabric of multiculturalism in this country.
Now, we know this is also a political issue the PM thinks he can take advantage of, these protections for religious schools and the like, to not be found to have discriminated against people. After the last election, Labor frontbencher Chris Bowen, who ran for leadership of the party and then pulled out, listed the religious freedom debate as a concern for Labor in areas like his in Western Sydney.
I've noticed as I've been around during the election campaign and even in the days since, as people have stopped me in the street to wish me the best in the leadership ballot or just stop to talk about what happened in the election, how often it has been raised with me that people of faith no longer feel that progressive politics cares about them. These are people with a social conscience who want to be included in the progressive movement. We need to tackle this urgently.
Now, when you see the list of electorates that voted against same-sex marriage, you can see the strength of that religious element in Western Sydney. Western Sydney has 2 million people in it, a lot of religious and ethnic communities who are very socially conservative and would no doubt support this bill. A lot of traditionally Labor electorates. Have a look. Of the 16 seats, most are in Western Sydney. Barton is in southern Sydney, but you've got Greenway, Chifley, Parramatta, Fowler, Werriwa, McMahon, all in Western Sydney, Watson, southern Sydney, all Labor. Also the marginal Liberal seat of Bennelong and safe Liberal seat of Mitchell in that area. Then you have some Queensland seats and some Victorian seats. Despite this, you could see not much interest in Labor members being at the PM's speech on religious discrimination today. Hardly a Labor MP in sight, Kieran.
Yeah, it was very interesting, wasn't it, that they have said that they want to make a greater focus of that issue, but no one attending that address